All right, Paul Stankervald is standing by with the Penguins' leading scorer, old JC himself. Hey, Paul, he's headed out to the Thompson Run Banquet, just to let you know, too, with Kevin Stevens. We're all going to be going out next week. But forget about that. Get to the interview and talk to him right now.
Okay, Mike, thanks a lot. John Cullen is with us, and has he been with us all year? 81 points, the second leading scorer in the National Hockey League. He's been up there battling Wayne Gretzky for most of the season. Gretzky's starting to pull away, but Johnny Cullen, it doesn't matter. The fact is you've had a tremendous year so far, and in a sense, I guess, with Mario Lemieux coming back, it's even given you a little bit more attention here, because everybody kind of wondering, how's John Cullen feel about the fact that Mario's coming back and maybe stealing a little bit of the spotlight?
Well, I mean, that's a big question for myself, is, how I'm going to act with Mario coming back, and how much ice time I'm going to get and stuff like that. But I mean, I can't, having Mario Lemieux back on lineup. I mean, you see tonight all those lines, it gives you chills, and I'll give up a few shifts or a few power plays for Mario Lemieux. He's the best.
I had a fun conversation with you in the locker room after the last game, because I had mentioned on the air that you had a lot of shots in the first period of the game, and it seemed like you were getting a lot of shots. In fact, more shots than Mark Recchi, and the guys keep ribbing you about not shooting enough. And yet, you've had a ton of shots here in your last 3 games, and you ended up with 7 against Quebec. Are you consciously going out there now because everybody's giving it to you and shooting the puck more, or what?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think at the start of the year, I was trying to set up Mark and Kevin a little too much, but I mean, they were putting them in, so sometimes when people don't think I make a pass, and then I make a pass when we score, they don't say too much about that. But there's a time there where I wasn't shooting enough. I had some great chances to score, and I probably have more goals if I shot it. But I always think pass first. But that's my game, and I got a lot of shots. Some people don't think I shoot enough, but the thing is you see a lot of guys who got the most goals in the league have the most shots. You see Brett Hall's got over 200 shots. So
right.
I do think about shooting more.
I think you played, or I heard you talking about the fact that you might not be able to play as feisty as you had in previous years because of the fact that Lemieux wasn't in the lineup, and you couldn't afford to have yourself sitting in the penalty box. With him coming back, will that change the way you would approach that part of the game? Because you've always been a guy who's mixed it up pretty good out there. Yeah,
this year I've only got like 60 penalty minutes. I usually you get 100 something a year. Everywhere I've played in the minors. So even Bob Johnson had a couple, fights in preseason. Bob Johnson said, no, I got to keep you on the ice and stuff like that. And with Mario being out, I had to be a little more conscious not being in the box, because my job is to help us keep offensively. But now that Mario's back, I might cause a little more, ruckus out there, But I'm gonna still play my game.
Of course, earlier in this game, you got decked at the blue line by Tatarinov. It was a penalty according to Paul Stewart. I want you to look at it and tell me if you think it's a penalty, and explain why it happened.
Well, I want the puck here. I'm looking at Tags all the way, and Tags knows I want the puck, But I kind of saw him come in my corner of my eye, and I think he could have hit me a lot worse. But I don't think that was a penalty. I think he hit me pretty good. I don't know what he called, and I don't know.
Interference.
Oh, interference. Well, then it wasn't a penalty because I had the puck, and he made a good play. So, hey, but they would have had a power play, so that was a good. I like Stewie's call.
I guess the key there also, Johnny, is your defensemen have to kind of understand when First of all, you're John Cullen. You want the puck all the time, but at the same time, maybe they have to use a little better judgment as to when they get it to you.
Well, I'm always in the dressing room telling those guys I want the puck and I want the puck. So, I even tell them I don't care how close the guy is to me. Usually, I want the puck. I'll take the hit. But that was a little close. I don't think Tags realized Pierre Tagliani knew how close he was, but. I always tell them I want the puck, so they give it to me. Sometimes I get hit. If your head's down like that, are you still looking up? Are you peering out from under those eyebrows, or what? Well, when I was getting the puck, I knew Tatarinov was coming. I knew I was going to get hit. I'm just glad he didn't elbow me in the face or hit my knee or something like that. He put a pretty good hit on me. So I got to watch it there. I got to try to kind of keep my head up, but I was looking at the puck too. Thanks for being with us, Cully. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Okay, John Cullen of the Penguins, the leading scorer of the Pens, has been our guest, and we'll return to the Civic Arena in just a moment with the Caps leading 2-1 on the Penguins Hockey Network.